Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. And today on the Fancy Sip Review, once again, the Fancy Sipper is going to be your barista. And today we're going to be checking out the second flavor in the Dunkin' Spiked lineup. The flavor that I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be their Mocha flavor, which obviously is going to be a chocolate coffee drink. And hopefully, this drink is pretty tasty. Although this drink did get pretty bad reviews on the internet, I think that it wasn't that bad of a drink. I think that in terms of the flavor, it was more drinkable than the Alloy series of Steel Reserve. And obviously, it's much less strong than a Four Loko, but as a malt beverage, it was obviously much more drinkable than a Four Loko and didn't kill my stomach. And also, one thing of note that was pretty interesting was there was 30 milligrams of caffeine in this drink, so it is actually kind of a coffee. This drink is going to be made by American Spiked, which is out of Boston. And I think that Boston also makes the Baja Blast line of flavored malt beverages, which I think are seltzers, and those kind of stink. So I will say that these do taste a lot better than the flavored alcoholic Baja Blasts. And the Fancy Sipper is going to be reviewing all four of the Dunkin' Spiked lineup. I've already reviewed the original. Now I'm trying the mocha. So what's next is the caramel and the vanilla flavor. So let's move this out of the way and let's actually talk about the Dunkin' Spiked. Obviously, this is going to be a flavored coffee malt beverage, kind of like if you were to put Kahlua or Bailey's inside of a Steel Reserve, but they're using the popular coffee franchise Dunkin' Donuts to make their money. I don't think Starbucks would do something like this, and maybe Tim Hortons would, but Dunkin' Donuts decided to be the first to the market doing these kind of drinks. Let's show off the can real quick. So this is what the Dunkin' Spike looks like, the mocha iced coffee, the chocolate flavor. It says that it is 6% alcohol, so it is going to be stronger than your normal beer. Over here, it tells you on the can you should shake this before you drink it. And what's confusing about that is there's no creamer or anything in this drink. So I don't know what you're shaking, essentially. But the ingredients in this drink are premium malt beverage with real coffee, natural flavors, but there is artificial coloring in this drink. Don't drink this if you're pregnant. And yeah, this is made by a Boston company. You have to be 21 to drink this. This is 12 ounces, 6%, and a mocha. There's not too much to really say about this. There is a lot to say about the Fancy Sipper having a new microphone and not having an arm to put this on, but that's everything about the drink. Why don't I open this up and let you know what I think about the taste of this drink? Oh, actually, let me shake this. I'm going to give an honest review. I'm not going to not follow the rules of what they want and then say that it was bad and have them able to say, well, you didn't shake the drink as it was told that you should. So let's give this drink a pour into the sip glass. Once again, before smelling the drink, it smells really bad. You kind of get like a shock with the drink on the original nose of the review. How the hell can I do this? Like this, maybe? It's just shocking how it kind of smells originally. This is going to be the hardest part about the review is just putting this in a good spot. So here we go. We have the drink. We have the thumbnail for where the can is going to be on the sip cam. And this is what the drink looks like. I will say that it looks more like a coffee compared to the original flavor, which is kind of bizarre. But it does make sense, again, as this is a mocha flavor, so you would think that they would have artificial flavors listed in what the artificial flavors are. The original did not use anything really, it just kind of tasted like Splenda with malt alcohol in it. But this is what the drink looks like. It is dark on the bottom. Coming up, you get a little bit more brown, and on the top, you're getting a lot of the creamy whiteness. On the legs, if you look at the side of the glass, There's a lot of carbonation looking stuff, or whatever that is. And let's dig deeper into this. Let's see how this drink smells. Let's figure out the nose of the drink. I made the joke in the last video that the drink reminded me of how Trevor from The Whitest Kids You Know, when his mom died in the skit, he bought malt liquor and poured Hershey's into it. That's kind of what this smells like. So, thinking more about what I think this drink is going to taste like, I think that this will taste kind of more of a New York egg cream type of drink, where it's like seltzer and chocolate syrup, more so than I think that this will taste like a coffee. But time will tell. But that's kind of what I think that this will taste like, more of a seltzer, uh, chocolate syrup type drink. And yeah, I mean, on the nose, you're not really getting much of a coffee. You are strictly just getting a malt beverage and chocolate syrup. And at 30 milligrams of caffeine, this is a coffee drink. The first ingredient listed is coffee. But let's see how this is on the mouth feel of the review. Okay, it's worse than the original. In terms of the mouth feel, what the issue with the original flavor was that it tasted like a cheap coffee that you would get at a casino, where you put a bunch of Splenda packages in it to make it drinkable, and then you poured like vodka or something into it. Imagine that, but also imagine pouring in the worst chocolate syrup you have ever had in your life. You are still getting that very strong, um, like Splenda artificial sugar taste, but not just that. You're also getting a very bad chocolate syrup. So if you can ignore just the bad artificial sweetener, now you also have to ignore the artificially bad chocolate syrup. So there's only so much absurdity you can have in a drink before it then becomes what the drink is, and you can no longer lie to your brain. Again, this drink was pretty cheap. A 12 pack of this only cost $12 at Walmart, so I'm not expecting too much, honestly. But yeah, I mean, it's tough on the mouthfeel. Give it one more try on the mouthfeel. I'm also getting more bitterness than I expected. It is coffee. I should expect bitterness, and I'm not bitter about buying this drink, but yeah, I mean, with how much artificial sweetener there is in this drink, you really shouldn't be tasting the coffee that much. But again, on the front end of the taste, you are getting a strong, artificially sweetened flavor. Then after that, you're getting hit with what blends into that artificial sweetener, what is a chocolate syrup taste. Then, if you hold that in your mouth long enough, you're getting the bitterness of the coffee. It is exactly what I said. I'm so correct in that review that there's no reason to even watch another review of this drink. It is literally just very strong artificial sweetener, then gross chocolate syrup, then the bitterness of the coffee with the malt liquor flavor. That is what it is. There's no more complexity than that. If that is what you like, if you enjoy your coffee with malt liquor and cheap chocolate syrup, you might like this. This is kind of the drink that a person who's like completely under 21 but has no concept of how flavors should blend with one another, and that's what they would think they would make as a alcoholic drink, where it's like combining 30 different things that they enjoy and then being surprised when it tastes terrible. That's what this is. So I'm just going to pound this drink now. I'm going to try getting these all out of the way before when I end up reviewing these all in just one sit and drink video. But yeah, I mean, the drink's not that good. Let's see how this drink is if I pound this really quickly. It's not as easy to pound as the original. The sweetener is what's getting me. I want to, but I just can't. It's not good. I mean, it's good if your favorite type of drink is a like an alcoholic creamer, and you just tried finding things to pour that into. You could probably find a way to make this drinkable. Maybe if you had a blender and maybe you thought of things that you could blend with this, maybe like or not vegetables. Maybe you could blend fruit or something. You could maybe mask the taste. The issue is the ingredients in this drink, honestly. The artificial sweetener and the artificial chocolate taste is going to be tough. You know what you could probably do with this, honestly? Is you could probably make a decent milkshake drink with this. If you had like the 4 cans and you were to get chocolate ice cream or something like that, you might be able to make something pretty decent with that. But as a standalone drink, I don't like this. Probably give this a 4 out of 10. The issue with this is that it is a version of the original that added more to it, and for some reason with the Dunkin spiked, less seems to be more. So I'm just going to finish this off, and then I'm going to drink the other two, and then I'm going to put these out every day until I do my just sit and drink these all video. So oh. So I've been the Fancy Sipper. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to have to learn how to use this new microphone I bought. It's a pretty expensive one. It's the Shure SM7DB. Although I don't get any views on my channel, I do enjoy making these videos. I'm not making these videos to make money or anything like that. And if people make fun of me for making these videos, I don't really care. This is something I enjoy doing. I don't really play video games, and I don't watch anime, so can't really get made fun of for doing this because I don't watch stupid Japanese cartoons. Unless you like anime, then I love anime because I'm not trying to get bashed in my comments section. But I've been the Fancy Sipper. Thank you so much for watching this video. Eventually, I will find a way to make my audio better. I thought just buying the equipment would do it. I bought the Focusrite 2i2. I bought a $500 microphone, and it sounds the same as it did with my Blue Spark that was broken. But that's everything. Goodbye and cheers. Clink.